Technological innovation is a topic that we don't have to think about. Well, what do you know about that? Why is new technology created? Right now, you're probably thinking new technology is created to help advance our society, or it's created to help make everything easier. Well, what if I told you that technology is created to fit the needs of the different time periods? That it's created to aid the needs of the people and the government? Let me explain. As Americans, we live in a world that has constantly developed. Phones went from being mounted on the wall to being able to fit in your pockets. Computers went from taking up a whole room to just taking up a portion of our desk. The government went from knowing where we live to knowing our every action. This might be overwhelming, but this is the world that we live in. As I mentioned, we are currently in a world that is constantly being developed. The society that we live in gives into the different banners of the current time period. To make it easier to understand, a banner is the influence of the public opinion to advance the economy. For instance, if we go back in time and look at the mid-1960s to 1970s, the banner that was followed was critical technologies. The government was focused on creating satellites, space travel, and new types of defense. This time period was also very war-oriented, and technological advances leaned more toward aiding victory. If we fast forward about 10 years, between the 1980s and 1990s, the banner changed. Now it was competitiveness, meaning countries were focused on who could surpass the other. Cell phones were created, the World Wide Web was introduced, disposable cameras, video games, Microsoft, Windows, CDs, the Game Boy, Sony's Walkman. This time period was where it all started. So you could only imagine how competitive people were trying to produce the best of the best. This all led into the banner of the present day, innovation. People are focused on bettering technology and introducing new ways of using them. We are now in the age of artificial intelligence, natural user interfaces, virtual reality, augmented reality, robotics, and new ways to analyze and visualize data. The list only grows from there. Technological innovation has been the most fundamental element in the promotion of economic development and social change. It's even changed the way that it's created and produced. In earlier times, a single person or a small group of people designed and created different devices, but now different firms and companies are the ones creating them. It even took on a whole new meaning. It's now being created to increase a capital stock or personal engagement. Who would have known? I'd like to end it with this. What banner do you think is next?